everybody, welcome to my video today. This is Tina and I want to put together a simply layered page for you guys. It is a Friday night and I am crafting and I'm just wanting to do some fun stuff and put together a scrapbook page, and so I thought I would go ahead and film it for you guys. I don't know exactly how the footage will end up going, but I'll definitely show you the end result. So to start, what I've done is I've just grabbed some of this paper here. It happened to be on my desk because on my Facebook Live, we made this card and I really loved the way it came out and I loved the flowers. It coordinates with this little punch that, oh, that's not the right one. Let me grab it. It's way far away. It coordinates with this little punch and it punches out these flowers on this other side, and I love the stripes and it just makes me really happy, and I loved creating this card. So I had these photos from a Stampin' Up event that I went to. It was a stamping event and we made some stuff and then we hung out and had lunch and just crafted together, which is my favorite thing to do, right? So I had some photos of this and I wanted to put together a layout. So what I have here is I just have two pieces of 12 by 12 cardstock that are in, I think this is in Blushing Bride. It's one of the pinks that we have. Some of you may not realize that we do sell 12 by 12 cardstock. It's just hidden a little bit in the catalog. And so I love that we can get the colors of Stampin' Up! And 12 by 12, and I stock up on it. So I have that as my base, the pink, and then I have an 8.5 by 11 piece of Bermuda Bay right here on either side, and my idea is just that they're gonna be on this side just like this. And then I have a strip of this designer paper that I've put at the bottom, and then I have my photos here, and I'm going to do some mats and do some things here. But then I also have a 6 by 8 Project Life page protector. This one happens to be one from Stampin' Up years ago when we did Project Life by Stampin' Up, but this is a standard 6 by 8 page protector that you can get many different places. Stampin' Up has a brand, We Are Memory Keepers, Ali Edwards, Becky Higgins. You can get these anywhere. This is the orientation where there is a 4 by 6 on the bottom and two 3 by 4s on the top, and so then on the back side it's the same. And so this is going to go in the middle of this page like this. And some of the things that I have pulled out to use, one of the things is a non-Stampin' Up stamp. This is an Ali Edwards stamp, and it has craft, do what you love, passion, made with love, making stuff is my jam, crafting my story, scrapbooking, let's do it, DIY, craft, always, just some really fun crafty sentiments. I'm going to use that. And then I've also pulled from my chipboard a bunch of pieces. So Awesome Style, Just Happy, Learning New Stuff, just my kind of adventure. And then I cut this from a Project Life card. It was an Ali Edwards card, and it just says good times, crazy friends, amazing memories. And I think that I'm going to put this right here, I think. So I just wanted to show you how I have my stuff set up, and then I will show you as I come back and share some different pieces with you. I will share that, and then I'll share with you how it all comes out. So here I just wanted to share with you guys some of the things that I did. I just turned the camera on so that when I was putting this together, I could film it, and I was watching some YouTube videos and just hanging out. So right here, I'm just adding the Bermuda Bay 8.5 by 11 cardstock, and I just did that on each side. So it just is a mirror image on each side. And then these are the strips. I want to say they're 4 inches wide by 12, but I'm not exactly positive, but that looks about like what they are. And I just made the stripes so that they were going up and down. And then I'm using my ATG gun on here. That's just my adhesive. That's what I tend to use when I am scrapbooking. The ATG is a very aggressive adhesive, so you need to be careful when you're using it. Once you put it down, it's pretty hard to get it off of here. So then in my pocket page, I'm just adding a few things. I tend to try to get everything set up and laid out how I want, where I want things, and then I'll go back and add embellishments. I wanted to do some mats on these photos, and so I pulled out basic black, but then in a little while I will use also a different color as well. I'll end up using Pool Party. I wasn't positive that basic black would go great with this because it's so bright, but in the end, I do like the way it came out. I'm using this little mini trimmer here, which I love. I reach for this mini trimmer all of the time. It's actually a trimmer that you can get for free when you purchase the starter kit right now. And I love having it. I reach for it a lot, even in my card making, but especially with my scrapbooking and memory keeping. So I've matted that one photo with base. Oh, I haven't yet. I will. But then I end up really messing this up because, again, this adhesive is really aggressive. And I ended up I kept trimming down the basic black and it was off a little bit. And so I end up tearing that black mat off and redoing it later on in the night. I couldn't handle it. It just was not, it wasn't as even as I would like. So here I printed a couple photos that I guess I just missed when I got my photos printed. I have a Canon little mini selfie printer. That's what it's called, Canon Selfie. And it prints 4x6 photos. And it is a lifesaver when I'm doing projects like this. I tend to get my photos printed every few weeks, and sometimes I just end up missing. So it's this photo right here. You can see like I tried pulling it up, and I'm like, it's not coming up because I used that ATG, and you can see there's not a very large mat on that. So I end up redoing that one. The one below is fine. So I really enjoy having the selfie printer because it's a real lifesaver for moments like this when I miss something, like I don't get something printed. And I think I actually am printing another one right now. I think that's what I was doing. So here I'm just laying things out and moving things around. And this is what I like to do. This is the method that I like to do. I mat all my photos. I get out all of my larger items. And then I decide how I'm going to lay everything out on the layout. And at this point, I had not yet decided to get my silhouette out and do a big title. But that's what I end up deciding to do. You can see I printed this photo as well. That's why I had my phone. And I'm just trimming these down. I tend to like to trim my photos at 3x4, 4x4, or 4x6. It makes it really easy when I'm working with those types of layers to be able to just make everything look really even and fit everything. So here you can see the layout where everything is laid out has changed a little bit. I finalized kind of where I wanted everything. And I am adding some foam to the back of this card. This was a 4x6 card that I trimmed down. That 4x6 card, the green one, is from Ali Edwards. It matches this layout really well, so that was really nice. And then you can see I'm just laying things down here. And I think at this point I've decided to do the title, and that's how I decided where to put my photos, is I decided to do a large title. So, and I've matted that one photo. And so you can see everything lines up really well. And I have my insert. I really like having this insert. I like having the project life pages because it allows me to get a project done fairly quickly and not have to think a lot about design. But then that's also why I like doing the traditional layouts, because sometimes I want to do more of a design or have fun with, some of my memory keeping. And I feel like when you do both pocket scrapbooking and then traditional scrapbooking and memory keeping, you get to do both. So in just a minute, I'm going to pop back on here and walk you through my title and how everything lays out. So I hope you enjoyed seeing my process. I know it's a little bit all over the place because I'm a little bit all over the place when I'm trying to design. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay guys, let me just share with you what I've done. Hopefully I've put in some sped up footage of the different things that I have done in the process. But here I have cut out, I got my silhouette out, and I had some issues. I'm a little rusty using it. But I cut out these letters, do what you love. These are all, the only thing that's not down, like that I haven't put adhesive on, is this. I'm still debating if I want to use this. This yellow is a little bit brighter and it has a little bit of red in it, which doesn't necessarily match perfectly. I want to do some journaling over here. So I might just type my journaling up and add it on a 3x4 card and then put it on here. So this is the only thing that's not attached. Everything else is attached. I like the way that everything has where the placement of everything is. And then I'm going to put do what you love. If you're not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you might not know, but the Stampin' Up! Statement of the heart is to love what you do, share what we love, as we help others enjoy creativity and worthwhile accomplishments. And that's our statement of the heart. So I have do what you love on here since it's a Stampin' Up! Meeting. I have these flower pieces here that I'm going to put on eventually. I just want to make sure I get all of my stuff down before I put them on. And then I have the middle piece that will be the insert piece, and I still want to do some things with this. I've added a couple pieces of chipboard. This says just my type of adventure. These chipboard pieces are from Ali Edwards. We have just happy right here. Learning new stuff, because that's what we were doing. We were stamping and creating and learning about new product. And then I have a chipboard piece here that says awesome style. It's of everybody creating. And so I still have a few things that I want to put on here, but I want to get the letters down. And then I'll add a couple more things and I'll come back and show you at the end how everything looks. Hi everybody, I'm back. It's the next morning and I wanted to show you guys how this layout turned out. I worked on it last night, and so that's why there's a little bit of a lighting difference. But let me just show you what I ended up doing. This is the 12 by 12 side by side all together. I went ahead and typed my journaling, and I didn't use this card here. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this over and then zoom in so you can look at each side. I cut this part out with my silhouette. And then there's a few pieces here that are Ali Edward product, but then the rest of the pieces that you see are Stampin' Up. This is from that paper and that one piece, striped piece right here. I used Bermuda Bay, and then I used Basic Black for photo mats, and then I also used Pool Party. I also ripped off the mat off this photo and redid it, because when I was doing it in the process that you guys saw, I kept cutting it to like the side, one side got just kind of weird and it just, I needed to redo it. So I did that. So that's this side. And then here is this side. So they'll go together in the album like this. This card is from Ali Edwards along with this piece. This is an acrylic word that says craft. It's pretty thick. And then this piece is from Ali as well. And then the striped piece and the flowers are from that Stampin' Up paper. And then I have the Bermuda Bay piece. So all I did is take the 8.5 by 11 and put it on this side and this side. For my foundation part of the page, and then I added the photos. So these are all, I always work in really even numbers for my photos. Like these are all 4x4. This is 3x4. This is an odd size because I just trimmed it down around the saying, but then over here is 4x6, 4x6, and then 4x4. And I find that when I work in really like the same numbers, like 4x4, 4x6, 3x4, it makes it a lot easier to put the page together if I don't have a bunch of odd sizes. And that just tends to be what works for me. So in between these two pages will be this insert right here. It is the 6x8 Project Life pocket page. And you can see here, I just have the photos. I did a little chipboard piece here. That is from Allie Edwards. And then there's a photo here. And then this was a 3x4 card. I cut this out and then in a circle, I used the stitched circle die. And then I did it where it went off the edge of the paper. And then on the back here is just a 3x4 card, another photo, and then here is a photo of what we did after the meeting. We went and hung out and did some shopping, and then there's a chipboard piece. So on the edge here, you'll see a Avery index tab, and it says, yep, I made this. And then Getting Crafty on the other side, and I stamped that in Calypso Coral. So this will go in the middle here, and then it will be sandwiched in between these two layouts, and that completes my layout that I did. I really loved the way it came out. It was fun to work on, and I loved this paper. So I hope you enjoyed seeing this 12 by 12 layout, traditional layout with the Project Life insert. I hope you enjoyed the way I did the footage. Let me know if you enjoyed that, and I can do that more. It's something that I typically don't do with my filming. I usually just put together my stuff, lay it all out, and then I walk you through each step of me putting it together. But last night I was just kind of crafting and hanging out, and I thought I would try that. So thank you guys so much. I'll be back next week with other projects for you guys, and I hope you have a fabulous weekend.
Here are 2 other of my most recent videos. I would love for you guys to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will catch you in my next video. I hope you all have a wonderful